Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 15th to the 21st of October. So within this weekly check-in, we're going to be paying attention to Pluto going direct in Capricorn on the 11th of October. So at the time you're watching this, that's already happened. Collectively, so in terms of collective themes with Pluto, Pluto rules is the planet that rules Scorpio, which is associated with transformation, regeneration, rebirth, power, evolution, sex even. And then Capricorn, it's going direct in Capricorn. Capricorn's typically associated with how we use physical material resources, structures, traditions, hierarchy, commitments, discipline. So collectively, we might see around us transformations relating to structures, tradition, hierarchy, what we commit to, how we use material resources as well. So for Leos collectively, it's happening in the 6th house, which relates to work, health, your day-to-day routines, being of service and how you're of service. If you want to get more specific than that, you'll need to look at your own birth chart. I can say that both the collective element of it, so I'm a Libra, so it's happening in my 4th house as a collective Libra, but also in my individual chart, birth chart, it's also happening in my 6th house. I'm a Leo rising in my birth chart, and both are extremely relevant for me both at this point in time. So yeah, so you may sort of see transformations as a Leo collectively around work, health, routines, being of service. But let's get started with your reading. The books you can see here are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using in today's reading, and we're going to begin as usual. I nearly fell off the chair then. We're going to start with the tarot cards. I was saying in the last video I did that when I first started the channel, my preferred way of doing the readings was to sit on the floor. I like being barefoot. I like being close to the ground. I don't know if it's something to do with being grounded. To be frank, I just feel comfortable. But I decided to start doing it on a table because actually it's easier to look at the cards on a table rather than hunching over the floor. But it's brilliant looking at the cards on a table, but shuffling, I'm a lot more comfortable shuffling on the floor, sitting on the floor, just relaxed. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get your main theme. So main focal point and theme for Leos for this weekly check-in, still bearing in mind Pluto going direct in Capricorn, and we have 2 of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. To me, straight away, it is often about balance, isn't it? The 2 of Pentacles, or juggling. That's the day-to-day, isn't it? That's juggling the day-to-day for me, because it's physical. Pentacles are physical, so it's like, are you juggling the day-to-day, or are you struggling to juggle with the day-to-day if it's in reverse? Let's get your specific energy. No, not that. That could be relevant. You've got 9 of Pentacles there and Page of Cups there, so it's a suggestion kind of independence, and Page of Cups is like heart's desires, isn't it? So that could be relevant, but we'll put those back since they fell out so quickly and see what else comes to mind. It could be where you're at work and you've got a lot to juggle with work, your family life, possibly your home life, finances even. Right, so Leo's energy specifically within this reading and this weekly check-in, bearing in mind Pluto going direct in Capricorn. Okay, so you've got 7 of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about values, isn't she? 7 of Swords, we'll find out why that's there. It feels like opposition. I feel like I keep repeating myself saying that, but it feels a bit like yeah, some sort of opposition there, but we'll see what happens with that. Right, any external or surrounding energies that are impacting things? I don't know why as well, Leo, and this is probably not literal. Something about sneaking off from responsibilities, and I know that sounds, I don't mean it in a sinister way, but you know, if you've got a lot going on, like a lot, and you are struggling to deal with it, and you just like, you wish you could just sort of sneak off and leave everyone to it, leave them to handle their own stuff. That's kind of a vibe I got, but yeah, we'll see. So the external energy is the 8 of Swords, and you have the Page of Pentacles. God, are you feeling trapped with responsibilities or something? Because you've got the 8 of Swords, which is a restriction. Page of Pentacles, it kind of feels like, I say this a lot for the Page of Pentacles, it's either a new seed being planted or not having enough to give, and in reverse it kind of feels like not having enough to give. Are you struggling? That's what I'm getting from all of the cards that are out so far, like the combinations of that and the combination of that and then that. Are you struggling? Let's get a solution, an advice card for you. Right, Two of Swords. Okay, so that's definitely going to need clarification. It can be about two truths. It can be about using your intuition or needing to, making a decision, feeling stuck. It's a number of things it can mean. Let's get you a card from the Le Vampires deck to give us a summary or more information about this. I mean, I would say if you are juggling and struggling to juggle certain things, that's definitely two truths. So on the one hand, you're trying to get on with it. On the other hand, it's like, I can't do this anymore. And I think that was kind of the title. Yeah, that kind of rings a bell with the title of your last video, but new video, new week. So let's see what else comes up for you. And I know I'm at a weird angle shuffling this, but it's because I feel weird sitting straight with the tripod and everything. I'm trying to avoid hitting the candle, avoid hitting the tripod, so I have to just try and get as comfortable as possible and keep everything safe too. Right, there you go. So you have, oh shit. Right, you have Immortal, the consuming family, pressure of peers. That is pretty much what I just asked. If you're juggling stuff and if you're finding family responsibilities and stuff too much. Okay, and then you have hope, anticipation, bright prospects, wish. And I haven't really, have I? I don't think I've read from the books for these, the initial oracle cards. I might read a little bit from this because it's just funny saying all that stuff and then that came out. And I mean, hope is hope, isn't it? You know what that means. So let's get you one also from the Sacred Power Oracle deck. Let's get in a weird position again for this. So what else does Leo need to know? This deck is giving me trouble today. I love it. It never usually gives me trouble. I think it's because I'm sitting at a weird angle, but right, just missed the candle. But yeah, I think another reading I just did, it literally hit it and yeah, it was fine. You've got manifestation. So we'll leave that there. That to me goes with that hope card of like, you know, trying to get out of a situation. So let's look at maybe a desire to manifest your way out of whatever responsibilities are kind of challenging for you at this point in time. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the Le Vampires book. So I'm going to look at number 6. As I say, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to have a quick look and see what we need to know. Okay. So the blessing of the card, it says the love and closeness of this group, so that could be a family, it could be a community, it could be friends, has given you a great sense of who you are and what you are on earth to do. But we ask you now to shake up this situation, as it is now leading to a shadow of your soul development and a stunting of your human growth. You are beyond the definitions of the family or the peers of an adopted family. So that would be the friends or the community that would. It goes on to say, you are more than they say you are, more than they allow you to be, more than you have permitted yourself to be when in their orbit. It is time to separate. The curse of the message, it says, if you do not undertake a voyage of discovery into your own self, you will become enmeshed in the webs of of family life and a limited definition of self. And recall too, this can apply to friends who have strong beliefs about who you are, who you ought to be, and how you must do things. There is a great price to be paid for this approval. It is the consumption of the things within you that are budding and have yet to flower. If you wish to be yourself, rather than simply a member of a group with a leader who is not for you, who is not you, it is time to explore the alternatives. Working with this card, it says, remember, you are your own person and you can create your own life. You are free and obligations can now fall away. And Leo, I have to say, it does it has been a bit of a Netflix series with this kind of theme of what was your last one? It was about not being that person anymore, no longer being the person who can compromise their integrity, etc., etc. But even the previous readings, and your monthly video is up, by the way, if you want to see that, if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, there's a running theme, and I know Leos are associated with being courageous and maybe even headstrong. But as I've said a million times, we're all human, and Leos have big hearts, so it's not out of the realms of possibility that they would want to make the people around them happy and take care of those people, is it really? So yeah, there's been a big thing with kind of like interference and judgment about your choices, and in the other readings, stuff like that. Feel free, as I always say, feel free to share your comments, Leo. I mean, especially with the Netflix series, in these readings, which it's happened to, Capricorn has had that as well, where they've literally from the beginning of when I started the channel, they've had, for the most part, they've had like a running theme with their readings as well. So if you want to share your story, maybe you have some insight or advice that might be helpful to someone else who's watching, feel free to share it. So let's get clarifying these cards for you. I would say, as I say, the manifestation card is probably you trying to manifest your way out of this, or manifest something better, bigger, brighter. You've got the hope card there. But let's look at this Two of Pentacles first. And again, bearing in mind that Pluto going directing Capricorn, and yeah, I don't think I have to reiterate it about work, health, day-to-day, how being of service, that sort of thing. I mean, it could even be just at work, couldn't it? Because just because we are one way in one part of our life, it doesn't mean we're the same way in every part. I mean, some people can be at work, they could be the boss, they could be a complete badass at work, and then with their family, completely different story, or vice versa. Maybe people have strong boundaries with their family and their friends, and then when they go to work, it's a completely different story where they're I don't want to say the word submissive, but that's kind of coming to mind actually. It's not really submissive, but I can't think of a word. Every word that comes to me sounds awful, like obedient came to me as well, but it's not that. It's just that you do what you're asked. You always do what you're asked. You always follow the rules and get on with it and cope with everything that's thrown at you. I'll put it that way, without question. But then, you know, it's different circumstances. We behave differently sometimes, don't we? Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. I'll stop babbling on. So that was Three of Swords that wanted to come out. You've got Eight of Wands, which is a card of movement for me. It can be communication as well. And I nearly dropped a card. It was that Three of Swords wanted to come out before, didn't it? But it didn't. So, I mean, since it's wanting to come out, I'm not going to leave it out. But it could be that you're trying to move away from anything that is hurting you in some way, shape or form. Let's see what else comes out. Don't be surprised if the Three of Swords comes back out, because it seems like it really wanted to. Right, that was a nice little jump, wasn't it? We have the King of Cups. We also have the Wheel. So there's definitely, it looks like there's a desire for something to change, because it's out of balance, isn't it? King of Cups for me is often about honouring how you feel. Are you honouring how you feel about things? If you feel like you're struggling, you feel like you don't want to do this anymore, you feel like it's out of balance, are you honouring that? Seven of Pentacles for me here, is it worth it? Is all the effort, the time and energy you're putting into something worth it? Knight of Swords sort of asks, is it time to speak up and say how you feel about whatever's going on here? Because this looks like a challenge, doesn't it? I wouldn't say you'd want to desire imbalance. It looks like imbalance and it's a challenge. I'm going to get one for the Eight of Wands. For me, that feels like a desire to like move away or shift your focus or something from whatever this out of balance stuff is. But let's get one specifically for the Eight of Wands. You have the Page of Swords. So that can be about a new truth. It can be about finding out more information about something. It can be communicating something. Maybe that is communication, since you've got the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords and Eight of Wands. Maybe you want to communicate how you feel. But maybe you don't feel you can, because the Page of Swords is like immature or inexperienced, shall I say, communication. But for you, it might not be that you're an inexperienced communicator, just in this particular situation you're not sure what the right thing to say is, potentially. Or you need to learn how to change it. Maybe you want to learn how to change the situation. Right, you've got the Lovers there, so that can be, that's like connecting with what it is you love, isn't it? Anything else after that Lovers card? Nine of Pentacles is often about independence for me. You might want a bit of freedom here, actually. If you've got a lot going on and you've got a lot of pressure from other people around you, you might be feeling like you kind of want to speak up and say, you know what, I need a break, I need my own space, I need time to go and connect with the things that I love and have my own independence and space. Anything else? So Eight of Cups is going off and facing the unknown. Nine of Swords for me is anxiety. Your card here, Strength, is one of courage. This feels like a desire. A desire to do something differently or to move towards something different. I would literally say is what, I mean, you've got, actually that's not an arrow, is it? It's a wand. It's not an arrow, but it's meant to be an arrow, isn't it? A desire to go towards something that you love for yourself, though. With the Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, it's for you, not for other people, because it looks like there's a lot about other people in here, but you want to honor yourself for a change by the looks of it, but there's anxiety around that. Okay, let's put these back in the deck and put these on top of that Two of Pentacles. So that's where things are out of balance. You're juggling, you're struggling by the looks of it, juggling and struggling. Just bear with me while I get these back in the deck. As I've said, I always put them back in a different place so they don't just sort of fly out together as they did before, automatically. Okay, so that's the theme. Things are out of balance. You may have a desire to manifest manifest something different. Maybe there is a bit of hope there already, or maybe you need it. As I said, Seven of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, it's almost like wanting to sneak off from your responsibilities, or you feel like you're not, you may feel like you're not being honest about what's worthwhile, because the Queen of Pentacles, I think I just said it, didn't I? It's about worth, it's about values. Maybe there's something you're doing and nurturing and it feels like, actually, I don't even really care about this. Let's see, let's get a bit more for that. So you've got the Nine of Cups. So that would be what she genuinely values, that Nine of Cups, what brings satisfaction. Maybe there's something you want to sneak off to or move towards that you feel is more valuable or more worthwhile. Ten of Wands, well, yep, makes sense, burdens to drop. I've just got the words "you're doing too much" in my head. So I mean, obviously with juggling, if you're juggling a lot, you probably are doing too much, but specifically with that Ten of Wands, the words "you're doing too much" came to mind. I don't know why I feel the need to say it, but look after your health. If you're doing too much, put your health first. We have got Six of Pentacles. I don't know. I know the 6th house can be connected to health as well, which is where I said Pluto's going direct in Capricorn is in your 6th house as a collective Leo. I'm wondering, I can't remember, I don't think Six of Pentacles has anything to do with health, but it's just coming to mind with that as well. It might do. I'm going to have to look back and check on that. Either way, Six of Pentacles is often about balance, isn't it? It's about equal give and take, balanced or harmonious give and take. But yeah, I feel like saying that you need to make sure your health is good too. Yeah, okay. When we okay, I have to add, just thinking, when we overdo things, it causes stress to the body, doesn't it? And yeah, I am thinking specifically about a person who, yeah, the doing a lot may have had an impact on their health. It's done that to me in the past before, which I've mentioned in other videos, but it was more serious for the person that I'm thinking of. Okay, I'll move on from that because it didn't end well, to be honest. But let's continue. That's about nurturing, and for me, often it's about taking care of yourself, the Empress. So, yeah. I mean, that could be the point of the Queen of Swords here, is that you need to take, not Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, that you need to take care of yourself. It does feel more like wanting to move off, sneak away, or be more honest about what you really value and what you want to invest your time and energy into. But the Empress for me, yeah, I'm getting take care of yourself vibes. You've got the star on the bottom of the deck as well, which is hope, but it is also healing and regeneration, is it? And renewal as well. Okay, anything else? We'll get one more for that. Well, it didn't quite flip, but what wanted to flip was the moon. So I'll put it back and try again. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, as I said, I do feel like with that Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, it's more like dropping the burdens, any burdens that you already have, to balance things out and to go for the things that do give you pleasure. I mean, Leo, your sign is often about, it's about children. It can be about pleasure, fun, creativity. So the sixth house stuff for you is kind of like the opposite of Leo. Well, not the opposite, not to say Leo can't be of service, but it's about routine, isn't it? And I don't see Leo, I mean, not to say Leos can't have routines, but being a Leo, it's a lot about fun. It's about courage as well. I'm not knocking sixth house, which is Virgo, but yeah. Okay, I'll move on from that because, yeah. So yeah, moving on, wrapping it up with that particular card, dropping the burdens, balancing things out, taking care of yourself, and being able and available to pursue or consider new opportunities as well. But moving away from anything that that doesn't feel like it's worth it. So I'd say that's how that's what may be on your mind at the minute. That's what you may be thinking. Let's go on to any external energies that are influencing or impacting things. So we got from the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped potentially, Page of Swords, not having enough. And it may be physically feeling like, I just don't have enough energy to give to this. Could be financial too, because there's Pentacles, quite a bit of Pentacles here. But overall, it's just, yeah, trapped, don't have much more to give. Anything else? Nine of Wands, okay, and Five of Pentacles. I believe this one can be associated with health. So again, I'll just say from that, take care of your health. Yeah, take care of your health. It might be a financial issue again, as I said, as well, that you don't have enough. But there's a sense of wariness here, like they are, I don't know if the right word is defensive, but just wariness is the sense of what I've got here. I can't really explain. I might have to clarify that further. Not because I don't know what it means, but to be able to explain what I'm thinking. I can't really communicate what I'm thinking. Maybe you can't. Maybe that's the point. Anything else for the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Eight of Swords? So this is in reverse, isn't it? You've got the Four of Cups. Okay. So upright, it's usually, I mean, this particular Four of Cups is about disappointment, isn't it? So I'd say this is about needing to come out of a sense of maybe not even maybe lethargy more so anything else. Lethargy, apathy. It doesn't feel that much like disappointment. It feels kind of like lethargy. Nine of Wands can be where you're still standing after you've been through a battle. Probably not so much in this card, this particular Nine of Wands. He definitely looks like he's waiting there though, but then you've got the Five of Pentacles after, where if that was someone who'd waited for something to happen, for a certain situation to happen, or for things to grow or develop, with the Five of Pentacles following, it's like, well, now you're in a deficit, aren't you? With the Five of Pentacles, that's where you've literally got nothing left to give. Okay, let's get another clarifier for the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Cups, okay. I'm just getting pure depletion from all of this. Just being energy, just being depleted emotionally, physically, everything. I mean, what are we missing? The only thing missing is swords. So maybe you still have the mental capacity to think your way through this, but in every other sense, you've got nothing left to give, possibly. Anything else? Six of Cups. I mean, that's hope, in a way. Anything else after that Six of Cups? So, Five of Swords. Okay, so this is more the wishing side of things with that Six of Cups. Potentially that hope and manifestation where you sort of want to wish your way out of the situation. This could potentially be the energy of other people kind of taking. This is all I can get from that. Right, I'm going to get sub-clarifiers. I'm going to do the Nine of Wands on its own, if I can. So the Nine of Wands on its own is, yeah, that's being disempowered, isn't it? The Magician in reverse, it's like being disempowered or not feeling like you have the ability to escape a situation or to change things. We'll get one for the Six of Cups. That does feel kind of like hope. Or wishing to regain balance. Wishing for things to change. Anything else for the Six of Cups? Wishing to regain your power back with the Emperor, or to take control of the situation. I will get one more after that. Seven of Wands. I mean, that Seven of Wands is often about standing up for yourself, isn't it? Let's get one more after that. Yeah, we'll take them. So we've got the Chariot, which is about moving forward or moving on. Three of Cups is where you get support. Queen of Wands, it's where she gets what she wants. And with the Queen of Wands, how much effort does it take for the Queen of Wands to get what she wants? I mean, yes, she will put effort in, but she seems to attract what she wants, doesn't she? Just through energy, almost through energy alone. So it's kind of, it seems, it appears, I'm not saying it is literally effortless for the Queen of Wands, but it appears effortless. With that, so, I mean, I haven't laid the cards out on purpose for this reason, but it looks like Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands there, they've both got red hair as well, haven't they? Standing up for what you want, isn't it? I did not purposely lay these out, but then the Emperor seems to connect with the Three of Cups, where you're able to take the lead, but also as a leader, you get the support that you need as a leader. And Three of Cups for me is support. Temperance and the Chariot together kind of feel like getting things back into balance. So I'd say it's wishing for all of that to happen. Maybe that's how it was before and things change. Let's get something for that Five of Swords, and then I'll finish with that particular batch of cards, because I know my readings are longer than I had intended for the weeklies, but it is what it is. Right, we've got the Lovers. Okay, Page of Swords. Right, so this could be an energy, like a defeatist kind of energy. Maybe something that you're battling again. I was going to say, before the Devil came out, maybe this is your need to be a bit ruthless, really, to get what it is you want. And it may be something that's new to you. Maybe you're not that kind of person, and ruthless doesn't always have to mean completely evil and horrific person, but you know, and you're just getting taken advantage of left, right and centre, and then you have to put your foot down, put your boundaries out there, and just get a bit selfish, but as a necessity, which I've probably said in a million of your videos at this point. Yeah, it could be your energy where it's like, right, if I want to get what I want, then yeah, I'm going to have to be a bit ruthless. To get what you love, you're going to have to be a bit ruthless. As I said, it might be new for you being that way. However, Oh, this could be a shadow side, or considered to be a shadow side of you. But it's sometimes we integrate the shadow and the light, don't we? If it's not that, it's an energy that's kind of trying, it feels like it's defeating or trying to defeat you, holding you back from what you love, holding you back in general. And maybe you don't know how to deal with it, and it, as I say, it's just holding you back. So it could go either way, but there's like a desire here and a need here to go, a challenge to overcome in terms of, well, you need your energy back for a start. That would help. Is hope enough to get you through this? I don't know. But there's definitely a sense of depletion here. Right, let's move on from that because I've spent a very long time on that. So I'm putting the sub-clarifiers back in the deck. Yeah, it looks like the challenge at present is that you feel stuck or trapped and you just don't have enough, and it's Eight of Swords is about thoughts, isn't it? So you may not know how to get yourself out of whatever situation you are in or how to go about it. I mean, obviously, if you have a busy life where you have kids, for example, you have a job, you have a house to take care of, etc., you've got all sorts of responsibilities. It's not as easy as saying, oh, yeah, I'm just going to go off and do what I want, because you can't just, I mean, you could technically, but most people wouldn't just drop all of those responsibilities, would they? It would be like, well, no, this is I have to do this. I have to take care of all of this. So bear with me, I've just got quite a few cards to put back. Okay, we're going to look at your actual advice now, which is the Two of Swords. Right, so the first thought that came to mind with that Knight of Pentacles, so the Two of Swords is where you would probably, you have two truths or you have a decision to make on how you're going to change things. Knight of Pentacles for me says one little step at a time. I'm not sure what that step is at this point in time, but yeah, literally one little step at a time. Decide what you want to commit to and what you don't have to commit to, I would say. Page of Swords feels like being open to new ways of doing things. Okay. Or thinking in a new way about things. Ace of Wands is a spark of inspiration. So you might have to research something. I'm not sure what. I may sub-clarify the Knight of Pentacles and Page of Swords, but that is a spark. It's like that's where you get your spark back. So I'll probably sub-clarify those. Anything else after that? Ace, yeah. Seven of Swords. You know what? You might actually have to sneak off to do something, and I don't mean something really horrible. But like, say if you've got all of these responsibilities and obligations, you might have to be a little bit sneaky. I shouldn't be encouraging this, should I? Say if there was something you wanted to learn, and I'll give an example. Like, say if you wanted to start a new business on your own, for yourself, or learn a new skill to try a different career, but you're not getting support from the people around you. You might have to, should I encourage lying or not? Like, say if you've got kids and you need help with them babysitting, you might have to be a little sneaky and sort of say, oh, I'm going off to do such and such, but really you're spending that time learning something new. That sounds awful encouraging, but that's what the vibe I'm getting from that Seven of Swords. Or even if it's just as simple as wanting free time, like, yeah, this is really awful. Like saying, oh, I've got to go and do an extra shift at work for someone to babysit the kids, but really you're going to go off and have a bit of self-care. I'm not saying do this all the time, and to be frank, you should be honest, but I don't know why I'm saying that. That's a really, yeah, that's a bit of a dodgy thing to say, but that's what came to mind with that. And it's not that you're trying to be malicious towards people. I mean, maybe you don't even have to give them a specific excuse. Just sort of say, oh, I just need to go off and sort something out, and really it's you taking care of yourself. Shouldn't have to lie. You shouldn't have to lie, really, but you know. See, this is freedom. It's a desire for freedom, isn't it? And then you've got Two of Wands. That's about choosing your own path. You know, sometimes you don't, there's certain situations where we feel obligated to tell people what we're doing and what we're not doing. Like they know our whole schedule, and really, so even the Seven of Swords could even mean that, where instead of telling people exactly what you're doing so that they can monopolize all of your free time, make yourself unavailable. Like the Seven of Swords could be as simple as, I mean, obviously if you've got major responsibilities, you don't want to go switching your mobile phone off if you've got one. But if you know that you haven't got major responsibilities, switching your phone off for a day just so that you can go off and be by yourself and do whatever you want, be free, discover who you are, discover what path you want to follow, stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to quickly get a clarify for the Knight of Pentacles. That could be the small step. That could be doing something differently. I'm not saying blatantly lie to everybody around you, the people that you care about. But yeah, you might just have to do things in a way that you, yeah, that's beneficial to you. Knight of Pentacles. That feels like learning. So I originally said taking one little step at a time, which it is, but it can be learning how to do things differently as well, which I did say when the Page of Swords came out, learning how to think differently or do something differently. Anything else for that? I mean, she can be about boundaries, can't she? The Queen of Swords. It can be with the Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, instead of being so dutiful all the time and obedient, maybe there's a call to have your boundaries a little, to have stronger boundaries where people ask you to do things. If it's not necessary or it's not life and death or someone else can do it, then saying no, basically. Anything else with that Knight of Pentacles there? Two of Cups, yeah. Setting a boundary and choosing what you love and what you connect with, and what matches your energy, instead of just committing to responsibilities that don't. So I mean, there are some responsibilities that are yours, but then there'll be some that aren't as well, that you don't have to tie yourself up in. Anything else for that? Let's try that again. One more for the Knight of Pentacles. We have, so Four of Wands looks like, so it can be about home, but it can be about celebration as well. And then Eight of Pentacles is about work. It can often be about work. So the two ways I'm looking at this with that Queen of Swords there and the Two of Cups there is, one is setting boundaries in terms of your home life and your work life. And that could be as simple as, you know, if you work from home or if you have a boss or a company or whatever that's very demanding and they're always on your case. Even when you go home, you're getting phone calls from your boss. That could be where you need to switch your phone off. Well, I don't know. It depends on what kind of boss you have, because I know some people would probably lose their job in those situations. But then again, if that's the kind of job you're in, can that change? Can you change things about that job or the job itself if that's what you're dealing with and you'd feel like, nope, I don't want to deal with this. So that can be one thing, setting the boundaries between home and work life. The other thing, again, is setting your boundaries to make sure that those things, your home and things at work, are balanced for you as well, and that it matches your energy, that it matches the energy that you give to it. Okay, what else did I say I was going to clarify? Let's clarify the Seven of Swords out of curiosity and see what else comes up with that. And this is advice, isn't it? You need your freedom, that's for sure. Two of Swords. Okay, anything else for that? The Hermit. Oh God, okay. So I wasn't exaggerating. I was going to say that Two of Swords, it's where you block. They say that it can mean blocking communication sometimes, can't it? Like cutting, yeah, literally blocking communication or blocking something. Then you've got the Hermit, who goes off on their own and is on their own path. And Six of Swords is moving off to calmer water. So yeah, okay. It does kind of make sense in what I said with that Seven of Swords about sneaking off by yourself to sort yourself out. And yeah. Right, okay, so that was your advice. Hopefully you remember all of that advice. Prioritizing yourself is the key word I would use to sum that a bit of advice up, is trying to prioritize yourself as best you can. As much as you may have responsibilities, what can you do to prioritize yourself? If you've got two truths, which is one is your responsibility to others and one is responsibility to yourself, how can you create more balance within that? Let's get a final oracle card from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. And these readings this week, I thought they'd be shorter because I'm not reading from entire oracle books so far, but I just can't seem to make things short and sweet, but it is what it is. So one more oracle card for you. Okay, so you have, I'm going to take them, you have Count Your Blessings and you have Miracle. Okay, let's look in the book for this. Just bear with me a minute. This was one that fell on the floor as well. It's time for a treat. That is where you look after yourself and put yourself first. And then you've got Witch at the End of the World, that fell on the floor. An important end, a new beginning. So that can be a new way of doing things. But let's see what these mean. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure how they'll fit in yet, but well, if they'll fit. And I'm not going to read the whole, because you've got to, I'm not going to read the whole message for them. So, right, so this message, the divination part of the message, so this is shorter than the whole thing. It says, something precious is all about you, but it has become so familiar you can barely see it anymore. It is such a fixture in your life that familiarity has bred, if not contempt, a kind of blindness. The beautiful little girl ghost in the pumpkin patch asks you very gently to see the abundance all around you and to appreciate that while you are in physical form, there is so much you can enjoy. She wishes for you to harvest what is yours now and to also take steps to call in any debts. In brackets it says there can be an outstanding money issues associated with this card. Share the bounty. Do not let anyone cheat you and know that you don't own a single thing. In truth, it will all pass through your hands, but still, ironically, these things you have earned through your hard work are worth protecting. They are not too small. They are not ordinary. You have more material wealth than you think, so please do count your blessings every day. So for me, this card suggests that there is a way out. There is a way out for you, or there is something, I mean, where it says take steps to call in any debts, is there anyone that you've been doing a lot for that they need to pull their weight and help you to manage things as well? Potentially that might be something that that you need to think about. Let's look at that miracle card. So the divination message, the smaller part of them, oh God, no, that's the wrong one. Is it the wrong? No, it's not. Right, okay, this has creeped me out slightly, but I will read the divination message for you, Angel of Alchemy Miracle. There may be health challenges for you at the present time. So again, I will say, please look after your health. Regardless of what you or one dear to you may be experiencing, it is time to ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I had a short time left on this planet? Then begin to take action on these plans, because the beautiful thing about looking deeply into the human fear of death is that this examination of mortality will create an exquisite sense of being alive now, and you will reprioritize and you will begin to shape your life in new and meaningful ways. Once you see that time in the sense of bodily life can be short, do not hesitate. Take action now on changing what can be changed. When you receive this card, you're about to turn a corner with a health challenge. The current situation has actually served you in many ways. It's brought your focus back to what is truly valuable in your life and made you aware of areas of neglect. Now you can move forward with a refreshed set of priorities that are based in something very real. The Angel of Alchemy encourages you to make your healing, either your own or that of someone close to you, the top priority. I'm surprised, I'm not going to lie. I know I kept on babbling on about looking out for your health, but yeah, I didn't expect that, to be honest. And obviously looking at the card, you wouldn't think that would come up. So please do look after your health. It may be that you are overcoming a health problem, or there is someone, maybe that's part of the responsibility, is assisting someone who has a health problem. Right, I will leave it there. Hopefully there was something helpful there for you. Thank you for watching the video. And as usual, I will say, feel free to leave your comments. If you want to like the video or share it, please do so. And if you feel like you want to subscribe to the channel, you're welcome to do that as well. But until the next video, Leo, take care.